it's Wadi Morris of BK Reader.
And Michi.
For another edition of BKLYN SAUCE. We are in Bedford-Stuyvesant again.
Bed-Stuy. We love
Always
Bed-Stuy.
here. We not only do we love Bed-Stuy, it's just so much talent here. And we are also here to interview another artist. His name is Patrick Dorr, and I really didn't imagine we'd get a chance to interview this guy. He is that amazing. Yes, and he's only been doing art for professionally for under a decade. He started out for 6 years. He was an instructor of art for young students, mentoring them at Groundswell, and then finally he kind of woke up and said, you know, why am I not living my own dream? But he has so much under his belt. You know, an artist is an artist. There's so much that they do outside of art, and you're going to find out in a second.
Yeah, I'm all about purpose. Go after your purpose, and I think it's important, and I'm ready to learn more about him. You ready?
I am.
Yeah.
So should we put on our mask? Okay. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Hi, I'm Patrick Dorr. I'm a creative. I'm an artist, musician, writer, poet, actor, maker of shea butter, finder of lost souls. I'm Brooklyn native. I'm still kind of new on this path. I've had a couple of solo shows. I've been in quite a few group shows. Jill Scott has bought a few pieces. Kerry Hilson has bought some pieces. Lenny Kravitz is a follower. There's a few people that have been really supportive. So often I'll work on a piece and then the next day I look at it and think, wow, whoever did that, that's really good. Because I just don't know where it's coming from. And so I'm always surprised at what I do. And I think to be tapped to be a creative person is such a high calling, because, you know, we're mimicking the creator. Before I put this work on the canvas, it did not exist. You know, I brought it into creation through a divine inspiration, and what a gift that is.
Is that why you use mixed medium? Because you're like, I should use every tool.
Everything, exactly. And then, you know, it's also coming up without a lot of money and with the desire, the need to create. So I would literally use whatever was in my environment, you know, and so I learned to find furniture on the street and make it work. Whatever I could get my hands on. I mean, Brooklyn is the planet. Brooklyn is the planet. I would not pick anywhere else to grow up. I would not pick anywhere else to grow up in the time period I grew up, which was, you know, I kind of came to age during the crack epidemic, which was a tragic time. It was a war zone, but there was a lot of creativity coming out of New York at that period. You know, it was the beginning of the hip hop era. It was punk rock. It was style. It was fashion. It was graffiti. It was do-it-yourself expression. And Brooklyn has always been a mix of super creative people that didn't even acknowledge they were creative. Like we influenced the whole world. You know, poor, black, brown, gay, white people, Puerto Ricans. You know, so the pandemic was both a blessing and a curse. As an artist, I'm used to being alone and working alone, and so that part didn't feel that different. But the disconnection was hard, and I don't throw around the word depression easily because I think it's overused. But I recognized there was a period where I was depressed. But I did create a lot of work just to stay sane, you know, just to stay feeling like I'm like there's still life and there's still hope.
I see here that you collect a lot of found objects. So to me, again, that reflects to me that you see purpose and value in everything, even those things that are thrown out. So what do you think is the found object of this pandemic that we should take and start valuing that we may not be giving value to?
Earlier, that like this might be a golden opportunity to get back to what our fundamental calling is as human beings, which is that we have conflicting thoughts and ideas, but ultimately at the end of the day, we should be loving beings, you know. Then I think all of the problems that humanity faced would diminish, you know, because out of that oneness would come love. Right?